Okay, so I've been asked several different times over the last month to do a video over talents, explaining my reasoning why I choose to go the way I do, and giving a basic idea of how to go about them. This shouldn't be that long of a video. As you level up, you can actually get 3 or 4 different talent trees. I have 3 of them saved. I pretty much only use 2 of them regularly. This is my primary basic one, which is military. I use this most of the time because I'm always doing rallies, I'm always doing layers and shit like that. So I like to have my maximum stats, my maximum attack and stuff like that. I also go raiding semi-regularly, and I'll explain some of my alternative choices as I go down this tree. I'm fighter spec, so all of my choices with fighters will always choose fighter. Alternative trees, I'll show you why I chose, or I'll explain why I chose those. I choose defense over hit points for the simple fact that defense mitigates every single hit. Hit points wear down. March speed you have to do. Recall is really nice. It's a 3-second recall of all troops that are not actually in a rally. This is a really cool talent to use if you're out hunting, or if you're in like Alliance Clash or Reservoir War and you need to get all of your troops home fast. Excellent ability, love using it, use it fairly regularly. This is the first triple talent tree. As you can see, I've done a controversial choice. A lot of people would say I should have went rider or shooter. I don't. This is why. When I am attacking somebody's headquarters, their sanctuary, I send almost a full rally of fighters. However, I include 20,000 of my highest tier vehicle. Vehicles are massive tanks. They can take one hell of a beating. However, they don't actually do a whole lot of damage. So I have chosen to go down the vehicle parts of each of the split trees that do not have fighter in them. And I've done that for this very reason. Because of this, I take very little loss when I'm attacking other sanctuaries. I've attacked sanctuaries that have tier 9 troops, which is what I have. And I've taken out 300,000 troops, and I've only lost less than 1,000 to permanent loss. I have hit the same types of sanctuaries using nothing but fighters, and my losses are up there in the 3,000 or 4,000 permanents. I've switched around and chosen rider and shooter at different times and done the same types of hits, and I'm still up there in the 3,000 and 4,000 permanent losses. It's not healable losses, that's permanent losses. So I have chosen to beef up my vehicles as much as I can because it definitely cuts down in my permanent losses when I'm raiding other sanctuaries. If you don't raid other sanctuaries, if you're predominantly other roles, then you could make other choices. My wife, for instance, who plays, she doesn't ever go raiding. So I had her do rider and shooter whenever she can, because she is rider spec predominantly. But I do raid, and so I do typically send vehicles with all of my raiding marches. So this is why I've chosen vehicle on every one that I can that is not fighter. Of course, you have to do march cap, which you would want to anyways. Here we have fighter versus rider. If you are not rider spec, I would choose fighter, simply because if you are not rider spec, you want to beef up your fighters for whenever your sanctuary gets attacked, because this does affect rider or fighters in your sanctuary. You have to go all the way down one line to activate the next one. Mega March is pretty damn useful if you are ever one of the rally leaders. You hit Mega March, it increases your march cap for 30 minutes, which is really nice for events like Sonic Destroyer, where we need maximum March caps. It's also really, really nice for events like Reservoir War or Alliance Clash. As I said, it's a very useful talent, very excellent to have. March speed you have to do. Here, once again, I have split tree, I have vehicle or shooter. Of course, I went vehicle for the same reason I explained earlier. If you do not raid, then you'd want to do shooter. That way your shooters would be protecting your sanctuary better. When you get all three done, you activate the next one, which is March Cap. You have to do, and you would anyways. Everybody wants a higher March Cap. Then we're down into the next fighters. Of course, I choose attack and defense. When I have the choice between defense or hit points, always go defense. Miraculous survival you have to have. You'd want it anyways because it reduces the amount of permanent casualties you have. 5% may not sound like much, but when you're attacking and you're losing 7,000 or 8,000 troops, 5% makes a fairly large difference. Here I only have Rider as the only choice, so I do Rider attack, Rider defense. Same reason I choose defense on everything else. I'd rather mitigate every incoming attack rather than simply having hit points to absorb some of them. And all points, if I have the choice between hit point or defense, I'm going to choose defense. Defense or attack, I'm going to choose attack. March speed you have to have. Who wouldn't want to march faster? Here we're down to where you can only choose shooters. So same reasoning, attack and defense. Then March cap, that's all the points I have at this point in time to spend. However, I will continue on down. Same thing, I'll choose vehicle attack, vehicle defense, and that takes you all the way down to the end. Those are the reasoning on this tree. I'll pop into one of my other ones. I have a combo one set up that is split. This is what I pop if I'm doing a lot of layer testing, or if I'm just joining a bunch of rallies when I'm not actually leading, and we're not actually worried about maximum damage. We're just worried about getting out there. I do these. I choose balance. I go all the way down. I go with training cap for a very simple reason of I'm not worried about my infirmity cap or my healing speed. When I'm running this spec, I'm doing layers, so I really don't care about infirmary cap or healing speeds. However, I do pop this spec on training day, and going with my training cap and my training speed on training day allows me to max the training day event faster and easier than than without it. So a very simple reason there. Hunt mastery is definitely a given. It reduces your stamina cost for zombies and layers. Stamina replenishment just means you're regenerating stamina faster. I keep this spec active on stamina burn days, where stamina usage is the event, because it allows me to regenerate stamina faster. I do go on down here to the reduction. I don't care about the healing resource reduction all that much. I do it for the training. Once again, I do it for training day so that I can pop those two and then do all of my training to max out the training event. I do zombie hunter for march speed, and that's where I stop. Not worried about my traps, not worried about infirmary or healing, not worth wasting points to get on down here into these. I go over here and I follow the same basic tree I do for the other, for the same basic reasons. When I'm joining somebody else's rally, I send either fighters or vehicles. So I have those maxed. And I choose the march speed and the caps going down until I run out of points. As I get more points, I'll go on down in this tree. So that's the combo one. Now, I also have an economy one set up for build days, research and build. And this one, as you can see, I have dumped all of my points into economy. This allows me to advance as far down as I can on economy. Now, the day before economy events, I will typically load this one and leave it active all day because I've chosen food production and food harvesting as my choices when I have two. So this allows me to gather a ton more food because all builds, all research require, well, not all research, but most of it requires food. It also requires wood, but wood is easier to get. So I choose food. Food is also used for your upkeep for your troops. So as you can see, I've gone all the way down. I've activated my fast builds, gotten all my build and research boosts, food production, food gathering, swift gatherer, awesome ability. However, when you use it, you need to make sure you do not have a march in the Alliance resource. All of your marches need to be out on open world resource nodes, not on the Alliance one. You do not, it does not activate and you do anything for the Alliance one. Other than that, superb talent to have, especially on the day leading up to build. As you can see, that's where I run out of points. I will continue going on down to build, still production versus gathering, because my production is guaranteed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Gathering, you actually have to send marches out for. But that's where I go. That's the choices I've made and why I've made them. And those are my three sets. I have my military, my combo, and my economy. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any suggestions for future videos or questions about past videos, feel free to message me on YouTube, Discord, or in-game. I do check those fairly regularly and will respond as soon as I can. Thank you. Have a great day.